What's up, Leo? I'm Amber. This is Orion Royalty, and today I'm going to do a general reading. So, I already pulled the major, or the overall energies from the Major Arcana deck and the What's the Tea. I'm going to start with this one. Communicating is so hard, okay? For What's the Tea, the card that came out is Love on the Brain. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Fake Flexing, okay? Immediately, every time I see this card, I hear the Rihanna song, okay? And you know, if you look at the lyrics, I'll go ahead and link it as always. But it's kind of her singing about a toxic love, okay? How she's, you know, having to really fight for this connection, and it's wearing her down and it's making her black and blue, but yet she's like, don't give up on me, continue to fight for this, okay? Yeah, let me continue here. Okay, so for the Major Arcana, the card that came out for you is the Moon. And at the bottom of the deck is the Empress. Bro, I'm dead, because right underneath the Empress is the Emperor. Okay. And so I'm going to say that I'm definitely going to do this read a little differently than I normally do. I really feel like somebody is in the midst of some kind of argument with a romantic partner. Maybe you guys are not speaking or not communicating, or you're just not really sure how this person is feeling about you with the Moon card here, okay? Again, I'm not really sure why Fake Flexing is at the bottom of the deck, but I feel like it's like on the tip of my tongue, so we'll get there, okay? But I feel like, Leo, you're wanting to know how this person on your brain, okay, is feeling about you. So, you know, I feel like mixing things up today, so that's what this read is going to be about. It is going to be a love reading. It is going to be, how does this person feel about you? So if that's not what you're interested in, it probably won't be the read for you, okay? So anyways, let's just start. How does this person feel about Leo? How does this person on Leo's mind feel about them? Okay, and this is kind of the vibe that I was getting. I do feel like, so we have the Knight of Cups, okay? I do feel like both of you are missing one another, okay? I feel like maybe your person, well, you know what? Yeah. Well, never mind. I was going to say, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go through the whole thought process of this, but okay. Somebody here is kind of acting like they're okay in some kind of separation here, but I don't think they are, okay? That's kind of the vibe that I get, and especially when, you know, we're pulling on how this person feels about you, and the first card out is the Knight of Cups. Okay, I definitely feel like this person wants to communicate with you. I definitely feel like this person thinks that the two of you are counterparts, but it's kind of like nobody's wanting to make the, you know, the first move here to say, hey, I am in love with you. And what's very interesting is, for me, we have the Four of Cups that just came out. Actually, Spirit said put it back. So we're going to remind ourselves. That's interesting, okay? Is that the Four of Cups? Yeah, because I put it back. But anyways, you know, the Four of Cups is about a missed opportunity. Spirit had me show you this card and then put it back, okay? So I feel like both of you are thinking that this is some kind of missed opportunity, but Spirit's like, nah, bro, we're not done here, okay? So straight off, you know, right off the bat, I do feel like both of you are still invested in this, okay? Someone's acting like they're not invested, okay, but they are. Or maybe both of you, because you have the Moon. There's two different energies out here of acting a different way than how they really feel, right? Okay, but what I was going to say about this moon card is, for me, whenever I see a bunny or a rabbit in tarot, that signifies like very strong, passionate love, okay? I'm not going to get into all of this because it's not an 18+ reading, but and even then I wouldn't be able to get graphic because of YouTube. But I do feel like this person is definitely missing the intimacy, okay? I feel like both of you or one of you is definitely like, yeah, I've never had better, okay? They are the best. He is the best. She is the best, okay? Now I'm hearing that best I ever had by Drake. Okay, so how is this person feeling when it comes to Leo? Page of Pentacles. Okay. I do feel like this person wants to take some kind of action towards you. I feel like they want to bring in some kind of message of, I still miss you, I still think about you, I still have emotions for you, I want us to try again. Yeah, this person's definitely reflecting on the past. I don't know why I'm getting that, right? But I feel like if you and this person are in separation, this person is waiting for you to come back to them or something like that. Maybe both of you are waiting. But we are asking about how this person is feeling about you. So I would definitely say this person is waiting for your return, okay? We'll find out, but this may be like the nudge that they need to know. Like if you were to come towards them, now they know that it's like safe to come towards you, if that makes sense. Like it's like, okay, this person's not over me either, so I'm going to go ahead and pour out my emotions. Yeah, Temperance in reverse. Very interesting. I'm going to wait to speak on that card. Yeah, bro. Two of Swords. Okay. So let me just clarify these and then we'll pull how this, like, the full story of, like, how this person's feeling about you, Leo. So, Spirit, clarify this Knight of Cups for me. Por favor. Why am I not surprised? We have the Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay. So I definitely feel like there is no communication going on between the two of you. Okay. There could be telepathic communication happening here, though, okay? Because I'm getting a big vibe of, like, you know, neither one of you really wanting to let go, because on a telepathic level, on an energetic level, you both know that we're not done here, okay? Even though there is no communication. Clarify the Page of Pentacles. I'm always like, yeah, just let me sit with these cards, and then I start talking, so... we have the Page of Swords in reverse and the Seven of Wands in reverse. I feel like both of you want to fight for this, but nobody's willing to make the first move, okay? Maybe both of you are worried about love games being played here, okay? Or maybe both of you need to let go of playing mind games. Like, oh, I'm not going to reach out to them. You know, you are Leo, okay? That symbol of pride, right? Pride and ego, which is not a bad thing, right? Ego is there to protect us when we're fearful, right? We embrace that ego and that pride and we get ourselves out of fearful situations, okay? But on the flip side, it can be like, no, I'm not making the first move. And I feel like we need to flip it. Okay, I don't know, Leo. I just heard somebody like really say, "Oh hell no, I'm not contacting them first." So what is going on here? I mean, both of y'all just want to sit here and silently suffer, knowing damn well that you love each other. But there's definitely no communication. Okay, that is for sure. I'm going to put that back. Okay, we have Justice in reverse. Okay. But I wasn't thinking about this Temperance card, and I really wanted to think about this Temperance card. I really wanted to pay attention, and so that's why I'm going to put it back. But I am going to recognize that this came out, okay? Oh, Spirit says leave it up here. So we're going to leave it up here, right? Justice in reverse. But first, let me get to this Temperance card, because I feel like this could go one of two ways. So, Spirit, tell me about this Temperance card. And as I said, this could go one of two ways. Two cards came out. So, somebody's got to make a choice here. Okay, we do have the Two of Swords. I feel like it, with this Temperance card, this is why I wanted to wait with the Temperance card, okay? Actually, I'm going to need this. Because I wanted to see if, anyways, I feel like it is kind of overdue, okay? Because I'm like hearing, like, it's time, either shit or get off the pot, okay? The Southern in me, right? But that's what I'm hearing, okay? I do feel like there is a choice. Somebody needs to reach out here, or both of you need to go your separate ways, okay? Because what it feels like is both of you are just kind of sitting in this toxicity. And I always say, like, let me back up, okay? We have a choice to make. Either we take action and we come towards this love, we put down our pride and ego and tell this person how we really feel, because I do feel like they feel the same for you, okay? Or we separate ourselves from this situation with the King of Swords, okay? And with this with this Justice card, sorry, my throat chakra was like, no, we're not going to speak. With this Justice card here, I feel like somebody's like, it's really not fair that I have to be the one to reach out. I'm always the one to have to reach out. Well, here's what I would recommend in that situation, okay? So what that is telling me is that we do have games going on, okay? That being said, I'm going to move back to my thought process on telepathic communication, okay? I don't think it's a good thing. What I will say is that I think a lot of masculine energies, and mind you, masculine doesn't have to be a male. There's divine, you know, there's male and female in everyone, okay? But I feel like there is a masculine energy, right? Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck, okay? I do feel like this person feels the same about you, okay? But I feel like this masculine energy is wanting, or is possibly, you know, I don't know, maybe you even cut off communication telepathically from this person, which I think is a very good idea, okay? Because what I see way too often is that these masculines, they want to come in and apologize energetically instead of having the courage, the cojones, to come forward and say, you know what? I'm sorry. I want to end this. I want to put an end to this. Like I said, it feels like there's a whole lot of mind games going on. Possibly, you know, trying to make one another jealous over here. Yeah, we have fake flexing. Okay? So you could be posting stuff all over your social media to try to get this person a look-in. And I feel like they're acting like they're not a look-in, but they are a look-in. Okay? And I feel like this person, you know, like I said, maybe you cut them off telepathically and they're really wanting to communicate with you, okay? And here's the thing I will say. If we come forward and we put an end to the mind games, then we do justice to ourselves, okay? I'm a firm believer in just open communication, okay? And here's why you shouldn't be looking at open communication as a weakness, okay? It's actually, I have found personally, to be a tool of empowerment, okay? And this is like a hella big side note, okay? There's so much coming in, I'm trying to process it one at a time, okay? But anyways, if you come to somebody and you're open, you're honest, and you're like, this is how I feel, and you you know, the other person is going to say something back to you. Whether it's, sorry, I just don't feel like this is going to work out, or, hey, you know, I'm glad that you said something because I still miss you too, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But whatever it is that your response is, take that and run with it. Believe them. And if they say, sorry, I just don't think that this is going to work out, then there's your answer, and move on and do yourself justice. Instead of sitting here playing mind games with this person, holding on to them energetically when their whole ass not making you happy. Okay, we could be putting our focus somewhere else, and the universe could be trying to bring somebody else in. But we're not allowing this to happen or take place, or we're not allowing this person to come in because we're so focused on this other person. Okay? Then you don't have to sit there in all that confusion and sit here and play mind games with this person. Like, although I will say, well, I was about to say, but now we have the Mr. King of Emotional Immaturity here. Okay? King of Cups in reverse. I don't know, maybe I do honestly feel like this person wants to talk to you. I feel like this person misses you. I feel like this person even wants some kind of new beginning with you. But let me tell you something that I know to be fact, and I see it all the time. Wanting and doing are two very different things. Because this person could be in a lot of pride and ego and not want to admit that you are on their mind. That they constantly think about you. And if that is the choice that they make, right? Then accept that truth and start the process of moving on, healing from this situation, accepting it, saying, okay, this person, even though I know underneath the surface they have all this love for me and I know they haven't let me go, that's when we bring in the cord cuttings and we dead the issue. If anything, what this masculine energy is going to learn is not to hide their feelings, otherwise they're going to lose the blessing. Okay? Literally, the blessing that the universe gave them. Okay? Let's normalize mature communication. But you have to be the change you want to see in the world, right? So if you are wanting open and honest communication from this person, then be open and honest with your communication. If they don't return it, then you have your answer, right? I'm not going to say that just yet. So, Spirit, tell me about this. Thank you. We have the Two of Swords moving into the Three of Swords. I'm going to keep pulling because I feel, Leo, like I might have an answer for you that you may not like, okay? You might not want to hear, which is very interesting. I just noticed we have the Two of Swords out here twice, okay? It's definitely time to make a decision. If not, you're only breaking your own heart. And if you don't make the choice to be open and honest about this communication, you're not doing yourself any justice. You're not doing this person any justice. The Empress, oh no, excuse me, this is a High Priestess moving into the Empress, but it's in reverse. Okay, High Priestess in reverse. Confirmation. Reveal your truth. And if this person wants to sit here and still play mind games, then you're better off. Put your focus somewhere else. Why would you want to sit here in confusion? Yes, I know we have this dreamy love for this person. But where is that getting you? I don't know. Let's see here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Like I was about to say with these two of Swords. Okay. So you could be seeing two. You could be seeing a lot of twos. Okay. Twos could be significant. Yeah, this is the Ace of Pentacles moving into the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And I feel like in order for you to move into, because right, this is the in-between tarot. So it's kind of a snapshot of what happens in between each energy in the tarot. Yeah. So in order to move forward into this Two of Pentacles, where we're finding balance, it's time to make a choice in your own mental stability. Okay? And I feel like time is up. I feel like it's overdue. Shit or get off the pot. Okay? It's time. Why would you want to sit in this confusion? Why would you want to sit here just pining over someone? I mean, I understand love does something to a person, but I don't know. Spirit, how's this person feeling about Leo? Yeah, okay. I do feel like this person is sitting, so we have the Chariot moving into the Strength card. I do feel like, and this is Leo energy on here, okay? I feel like this person is trying to call you in with telepathic communication, trying to summon you, while they whole ass wait for you to come towards them, okay? Which is telling me that whoever this masculine energy is lacks cojones. Okay? So we really need to ask ourselves, like, if this person can't even come towards you, they can't even be brave enough to come towards you. I mean, do we need to be the masculine in this connection? I don't know. I hope that made sense. I mean, is the love on this person's brain? Absolutely. Are they acting like they don't care? Absolutely. Are they trying to manifest you in? Absolutely. Because they still want to play mind games. Yes, all the love is there, but sometimes that's not enough. The universe is saying it's already overdue to end all these mind games. And not making a choice is still making a choice. You're missing out on what the universe has for you because you're focused. So you don't want to see that. And be blinded to the fact that it's time to move on. And if you express yourself to this person and you don't get the answer that you're hoping for, then you know. Is it painful? Yes. Take your time to heal. Feel those emotions. And say to yourself, okay, well, at least now I know. Now I'm free. Now I'm free from all these mind games, all this confusion, all this person pulling on my energy and trying to pull me in telepathically and let me know, oh, I'm so sorry, so that you'll come towards them. Like, what is this card? Okay. Yeah, the Nine of Swords in reverse. I kind of feel, Leo, like we're only prolonging the inevitable. Okay, because I feel like the reason why Spirit is saying this is overdue is because I feel like you know that this person is not anywhere close to stepping up to be what it is that you need them to be. And sometimes it just is what it is. And it doesn't mean that in time this person can't, you go your way, you learn lessons possibly with other people, and they go their way and learn lessons with other people possibly, and then you come back together. Nothing is set in stone. But what Spirit is saying is it's time for you to put yourself first. It's at the bottom. Page of 1. Yeah. I gotta be real honest. I feel like this person is... I feel like the potential is there for you to see some kind of Emperor energy from this person. But potential is not reality, okay? And if we're looking at things realistically, the only court card we have out here for this person, we're seeing this person with some kind of counterpart Emperor energy, right? But if I'm being honest with you, Leo, the only court card I see out here, let me double check. The highest court card we have out here is the Knight of Cups. It ain't much. It's a smooth talker. It's telling you what you want to hear, right? To get what they want from you. To get you to pour into their cup. But a Knight of Cups certainly isn't an Emperor. Okay? And like I said, the major arcana that we have out here for you at the bottom of the deck is the Empress. And I feel like there is an Emperor behind you that you're not noticing because you're too focused on this person in front of you. I think we need to turn around, move the other direction. Okay? Yes, is the love there? Absolutely. The question is, how freaking long do you want to wait for it? How long do you want for this person to mature emotionally? Oh, excuse me. We do have a king out here. In reverse. We have Mr. Emotionally Unavailable. Mr. Emotionally Immature. Devil underneath that. And the Ace of Cups under that. And the High Priestess under that. I feel like that's all this person has to offer you. Okay? It's like, yes, let me come in. Let me have some kind of new beginning in love with you. And then after that, I'm going to go right back to, after I get what I want, after you've filled my cup, I'm going to go right back to hiding all my emotions for you. Do yourself justice. Express yourself. If this person does not return the energy, then you know which decision you need to make. And maybe that's why, you know, we want to sit here in this kind of daydreamy fantasy energy where we're telepathically communicating with this person because we're too afraid of what we're going to hear if we actually reach out. And that says a lot. That should already give you the answer that you need. But let's see. Spirit, just give me general messages for Leo. Okay, we have the World in reverse. Sorry, I forgot to... Anyways. What does Leo need to know about this situation? We have one that flipped. It's the King of Swords in reverse, okay? With the World in reverse here, the King of Swords, literally, this could be, you know, the King of Swords is out here twice. We have Justice in reverse. And when the King of Swords out here, sometimes this can be my divorce card. Okay? If that is your story, I'm certainly not here to tell you what to do about your marriage. Okay? That is definitely a free will choice that you need to be responsible for. Okay? That can't be put on anybody else as far as responsibility goes. But I think that it is time to really think about what it is that you want. Is this something that are you going to get what you need from this person or not? And only you will know the answer. I can only tell you the advice here. Okay? And again, nothing is set in stone. That was just a side note. But outside of a government contract, okay, I do feel like we are getting to the point where we are getting a bit fed up. I do feel like you are seeing the signs, the synchronicities. You know what time it is, boo. The universe has let you know what time it is. It's time to make a choice here. And I think that choice needs to have courage. Tell this person how you feel. And if it is not returned, we need to accept it and move on. Okay. I'm hearing somebody. Can you ask if it's going to be returned? Sure, I can. But please understand that we all have free will. Nothing is set in stone. Okay? So, in this moment, yes, this person could be feeling like, yes, I would like to return these feelings. And 5 minutes later, they could be like, you know what? That's too scary. I'm not going to do it. Okay? So, There is no way to feel comfortable about the outcome except for taking action. That is going to be the only way you are truly going to have the answer that you're seeking. Okay? I hope that made sense. Okay, I will ask. Okay, will this person return? I'm going to say, will this person return the communication? Okay, because the feelings are there. So, will they return? What will be the conversation if Leo is to express how they're feeling? And I'm not liking what I'm seeing so far. It's not horrible, it's not negative, but it's a whole lot of what we've already been dealing with. I don't know. Let's see where this goes. I'm getting like Eeyore vibes. Like, I'm hearing dragging ass. I don't know. So I don't feel like you're going to get a whole lot of descriptive conversation. I feel like we're going to be... I don't know. This is very specific, but I feel like you may be sending this message. Sorry, I have postnasal drip and it's like hurting the like my ear part right here. But if I take medicine, I will be asleep. Anyways, I definitely do feel like this person is sick without you, but I feel like this person may be relying on the opinions of others as to how to respond. And I'm going to leave that at that because I'm not doing all that. Okay, but I wouldn't expect a whole lot of detail here. Okay? I feel like this person is going to say things along the lines of, yes, I miss you. I'm not over you. I don't want you to be with other people. But hear me right now, Leo. That's sounding like a whole lot of mind games to me. Not temperance in reverse. Okay? Okay, mind games. I feel like this person still wants to sit over here and play games. Put you back in some repeating cycle. Making some kind of illusion that things are going to grow and blossom. But really, it's like, nope, we're just going... It always goes this way and never this way. I hope that makes sense, okay? I feel like this person is going to be very surface level. I mean, and I don't feel like this person is lying. Like I said, the feelings are there. But for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't want to get too far into this because, like I said, you know, I don't want what I'm saying to affect your free will. Right? Like you need to do what's best for yourself. But I mean, I do feel like you will get a good response from this person. A good enough response is what I'm hearing. But again, as kind of is giving me the vibe that this person doesn't want to let you go. Okay? Right? The Page of Swords is an energy about, you know, sometimes it's my stalker card. Okay? So it's keeping a heavy eye on somebody. And I feel like this person doesn't want to see you out here with somebody else, right? Because this would be single, independent, out in these streets. This is, nope. I am reserved for somebody. Okay? So I feel like this person doesn't want to see you out here single and moving on from them. And I'm just going to be real honest. I feel like they will play whatever games with now memory at the bottom of the deck. Okay? Maybe play on some nostalgia. But I don't feel like this person's going to be done playing these games anytime soon. I feel like they're going to give you just enough to keep you connected. Why? Because the feelings are there, but they don't want the responsibility of a connection is what I just heard. But at the same time, It's like they got to play these games with you because they don't want to see you walk away. They don't want somebody else to enjoy their empress. Bitch, please. Final advice for Leo. Final advice. We have heal. Okay. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Okay. You need to do justice to yourself. And if that means healing and moving on, then do. Why would you want to sit in this misery? Okay. Is this person's love worth it? Are we stigmatized? What's happening here? I know it's easier said than done, okay? But yeah, you need to defend the sacredness of self, okay? Why sit here and continue to let this person damage you with mind games? Because if we're not aware, mind games are very damaging. Not only to the human psyche, but the human psyche towards love and connections. This right here, staying right here in this kind of energy is exactly what makes people feel like all women are the same. All men are the same. No, they're not. But you're wanting to repeat cycles with the same energies. With all the same men. With all the same women. Instead of healing, sitting in that sacred divinity and being very protective of your time, your energy, and your love, and your telepathic communication. Final advice for Leo, rebirth, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say sorry. I don't know. I think that you should express yourself. I don't know. It'll be up to you, you know, because everybody's situation is different. But I feel like you need to choose self. Okay. And if it takes asking this person, yeah, somebody does not want to express themselves. But if that's what it takes to get you to heal and have some kind of rebirth, very interesting. The snake is an energy of healing. Okay. Why would you want to stay in this situation when you can heal? Have better boundaries for yourself and say, okay, this is what I will no longer accept, and actually find one of those men or women that are not all the same. It's a choice. Good people who are emotionally mature and know how to love, they're out there. Are they around every corner? No, they are not. Not in 2025. Which is why patience is required. Which is why it's better to focus on yourself and your healing than to sit here and be focused on love. Let the right one find you. I know it's cliche, but I mean, would you rather be over here hung up on some person that may or may not decide 2 weeks from now, a year from now, 2 years from now? Trust me, I've had clients that have waited that long for their person to come in with stability. It's your choice. God bless, but it couldn't be me.